in the collective. Thank you for tuning in and tapping in to our first live of this happy Saturn day. Thank you to all my watchers, viewers, and subscribers, everybody that supports the channel, the likes, the shares, the subscriptions, the thumbs up. Thank you for supporting your girl, supporting the cause, supporting the channel. If you are new to the channel, I pray that you stick around. I pray that wherever you are on your journey, that you find peace, blessings, and balance and gratitude in whatever it in you going through, whatever it is that you're going through. As this is a general message, please only take what resonates and leave what does not. Always go to the Most High God source for a final confirmation on any message that you receive from me or from anyone else. Never just take anyone's word for anything. Always do your research. Always ask questions here. I encourage people to be leaders of their own, to be guiders of their own. Okay, for the most part, my only joy is to uplift and empower people. Okay, to guide them on the inward journey, so they can be followers and guides of themselves. That's empowering for me. It may not be for everyone, but that's empowering for me. That's my superpower. Okay? I get messages from the divine, even if they are karmic messages. I don't finagle or tweak the cards here. I don't throw the energy and I don't throw cards. I work only for the Most High God source. I do not follow any religion or any way of life. I feel like that there are many ways, and I feel like there is no wrong way to do it. Nobody is going to accept, or not everyone is going to follow their spiritual path and their, inward journey from the same background or from the same set of instructions or manuals or beliefs, okay? So we give people grace over here on this channel. Okay, collective. So let's go ahead and get into the messages. I'll shade to the ancestors of my highest good. I'll shade to the archangels of my highest good. I'll shade to the divine of my highest good. I'll shade to my Deva. I'll shade to She. I'll shade to Shakti Kali. I'll shade to Head God, the alchemical force. I'll shade to Hathor. I'll shade to the Orishas of my highest good. I shade to my spirit guides. I shade to my guardians and protectors. I shade to all high vibrational beings of both light and dark of my highest good. I shade to all multidimensional beings, multifaceted beings, universal beings, and multiversal beings of my highest good. Please guide me through this message as safely and precisely as possible. Please remove all negative energies, and that includes blockages and obstacles that wish to interfere with the truth, clarity, and delivery of this message to the collective. Only energies that are of my highest good, the highest good of this message, and the delivery thereof are allowed in this energetic field at this time. All others must leave. I'm gonna sit cross-legged so freaking bad here on this couch. Anyways, collective, I don't know what you do for work here. You may be you may be very talented here. You may have a very artistic value or view. Artistic, not autistic, okay? Somebody could be on the spectrum. Nonetheless, doesn't make you any less valuable. Whatever it is that you do, people are viewing you. People are seeing your value. And it's not just what you do or like the work you provide. It is how you provide the work here. People are viewing you like they want to work with you because they are viewing you as someone that when you experience hardships, you are committed to going inward. You go into hermit mode, maybe possibly a lot. and they see that you go in a hermit mode and then you get right back out there and you get right back at it and then you accomplish whatever it is that may have ailed you or whatever it is that may have come your way. That says a lot to people in business contracts and stuff and business backgrounds. When you want to enter into business with anyone, people need to know, especially if they are investors here, sponsors, they need to know that when times get rough, if you encounter an issue while you're under a contract with them, that you won't just give up and it'll be a waste of money, a waste of a contract here, a waste of time, energy, and effort. Okay? And people, that is what makes you stand out the most from a lot of people here. You are being viewed. You are being recognized here for not just your resilience, but your perseverance. See, perseverance is not just about moving forward. It's about being able to take a step back, okay, when we encounter obstacles, when we encounter blockages, when we encounter problems, being able to take a step back and go within here and find the best solutions for your problem. You don't have to always be spiritual here on the spiritual path. I want people to know you don't have to always claim spirituality, okay? Okay? The name just kind of confuses people, or the title just confuses people here. You could be religious, you could be, I don't know what you may be, but whatever it is that you may be, you are drawing attention of some very prominent eyes that see a lot of value in you, that see your work. And maybe you're a person, maybe this is like your divine justice here, or your justice for maybe not being recognized here for your value, your skill set, your work, for your commitment to persevering through hardships, for your ability to step back and reevaluate things and then redirect your attention or energy or focus on a different part of the same thing to be able to overcome those obstacles and hurdles. You know what I mean? So you definitely have people that are looking at you and they are seeing your worth here. And I feel like, again, this is a divine justice, because maybe in a lot in the past, you people just blatantly, they chose not to recognize you for these qualities. They wanted to make it seem like, it's not that big of a deal. Whatever it is you accomplish, like, oh, anybody can accomplish that. And it's like getting support. People not patronizing you, your business, what it is that you do here. But you have, again, some very, very prominent eyes here, and they can be in any tax bracket, in any range of business when it comes to that type of stuff, that are recognizing that in you, because these people, it's like these people, that those are the qualities that they possess. So that they see that in you. They can see it when they can see it in another person and recognize it when they see it. You know what I mean? Because these are the same qualities that they possess here. These could be people that started from the bottom. These could be people that started from, they gave the last of their money, put it in a business, and it skyrocketed here, but they have to go through a lot here. But nonetheless, whatever it is that is intriguing to people that want to work with you, they have been watching you for quite some time, and they have seen you overcome some very, very, very trying times here. But the main thing is, they never seen you quit. Okay, there could have been a couple of people that were watching you here, and they were sitting and watching, and they was like, nah, collective gonna quit. They're not gonna be able to stick with this. They going through too much. It's too much on their plate. It's the weight of the world is on their shoulders, and a lot of people could have quite a few people could have pulled back here. And then it's like they look up, and some people like stuck around, and they continue to watch you because they believe they seen something within you that was it within them. So they decided, I'm just gonna stick around and I'm gonna watch collective, observe collective, and whatever setting they have been observing you, right? And they seen you overcome, and then it's like, here come the people that kind of like walked away, and it's like they actually made it. Like they actually, like, dang, why didn't I should have been, like. But nonetheless, the right eyes have seen you here, and that's what makes the difference here, and it's opening doors for you. Yep, see the potential, because these people know that you are a good investment here. It's like with the seed of potential, you may be the seed, everything around you, your environment, all the non-support, all the being counted out, the closed doors and stuff. That could be the dirt that was thrown on you as a seed. All you needed was a little bit of water and sunlight here, and the water and sunlight could become by way of these investors here. And even the water and sunlight, maybe you are the seed, the dirt, the water, the sunlight, but you have very little water and sunlight, a very, very little nourishment to add to your seed of potential, to for it to sprout. It's like sometimes people just need it, and it's not a handout. Sometimes people just need somebody that it could be anything, but sometimes people just need like words of encouragement, somebody to let them know that they right there if they need their advice or anything. Sometimes it's a little leg up here. Sometimes it takes for somebody to throw you a bone. That doesn't make you a beggar. I feel like the people that get thrown, that's story for other days. I think we're gonna put that out to the side here because they could go deep. It used to be where a person that got thrown a bone, they did everything with that little bone, no matter how little, small or big that bone is, right? And they make immense leaps. They make it work here. And then those people grow up to be Forbes, Forbes on the top Forbes 100 and stuff like that. They grow up to make to create from one business to conglomerate of it to a conglomerate of businesses here. Okay. So I feel like that you're water and you're sunlight. Somebody could be a water sign. Somebody could be a fire sign. And you could be an earth sign, okay? You could be an earth sign, take it as a resonate. You could just have those placements, just take it as a resonate with that seed in that dirt. Or you could just, that dirt is just giving me your environment here, okay? Because you could have sunlight, you could have water, you could have the seed. But if your soil is not fertile, and this is referring to your environment. If your soil is not fertile, the ground is not fertile, very dry land, very desert-like, and let's table that because there are plants and flowers that grow in the desert. So, but anyways, if your soil is not fertile here, all those other things they become obsolete here, okay? Sometimes you have to dig up all of the ground, all of the soil around a particular area here, and you have to learn how to fertilize that dead ground or that dead soil here, or bring it back to life. You may have to put a little bit of extra work in it, work that a lot of people have been found these days not to want to put in, right? It's too much. Like, I don't know if y'all know, and I don't know an extensive amount about planting and about bad soil, but you can turn that bad soil around, okay? You can bring it back. I don't believe there's such thing as dead soil, okay? I just believe that soil has went too long undernourished. And again, this with the soil, with the dirt, I'm talking about your environment here, okay? You could have come from an environment where you are the seed and you were just waiting to be planted, or you were planted into very, very, very harsh weather conditions along with unfertile soil, okay? And it's like you had to dig around all through the soil for months, even sometimes years at a time here. You had to plow and you had to dig and you had to compost and you had to water and you had to sunlight and you had to make that ground fertile again. Take it as a resonate. So sunlight and water is very significant here. Okay. It's just it's like those are the last finishing touches, because even if you refertilize or renew the soil, okay, and planted your seed here, it could still be in a very damp or dank area here, okay, where maybe it doesn't get a lot of sunlight, maybe it doesn't get a lot of rainwater. Just take that as it resonates, okay? And I'm saying this, not literally, figuratively, okay? So doors are opening for you, collective, here, okay? And it's going to be cutting edge. Also, people feel like that you're at the beginning of, this newfound, I don't know, recognition, newfound being recognized for your skill set here. You're just at the beginning and you're already cutting edge. It's like, so people are looking at you like, damn, I wonder if I just give collective a little sunshine and water, what they can become in the next 6 months, in the next year, in the next 2 years, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years. So, trust me, we're talking about business-minded people here, possibly investors, sponsors, whatever. Okay, PRs, whatever the case may be, and whatever it is that you do and that you're being recognized for. But it's like, Being business minded, you really have to have a very solid business blueprint, and a lot of that includes business projections. You know what I'm saying? Costs, expenses, but not only that, what it takes to the upkeep, the maintenance of being able to foresee certain outcomes, and being able to have a plan B, C, and D to adapt to anything that may come your way, to make sure that your 10-year plan, that it plays out and as close to what your desired outcome is as possible here. Okay, people aren't going to invest in anywhere where they see that it could be a problem later on. And I also feel like that other people around you that are aware that you are a star-like energy. You don't have to be on the screen. You don't have to be on a platform. This is just a star-like energy where you shine bright, and you shine bright in whatever area or work that it is that you do. Okay? And I believe that there are people that recognize this in you. They just didn't support you. They just didn't want you to know that about yourself, because it made them feel less of themselves, right? And so these people could have did things, and that's typically, we're finding that's the case. You know what I mean? So it's like these people, and excuse y'all know it's early, children in the background, so we gotta roll with the punches. But these could be people that actually were behind the scenes sabotaging you to some of these potential investors here, possibly slandering you, lying to you, even setting up scenarios in your life here to make sure that these people wouldn't want to contract with you or work with you or give you a contract that you were worthy of here. It's like some people could have went out of their way to make sure that you would always feel unworthy or unrecognized for what it is that you know that you are great at, naturally talented at. I mean, skilled, yes. Talented, yes. But I mean, like, something comes so natural to you, like it's undeniable. These people around you knew it. You probably were the only one that did not know it. And you could have had people that were looking at you, and they could have asked people close to you prior to moving forward or taking a step back and investing in you. And you could have had a lot of people around you that didn't support you. And they knew that these people coming to you and giving you the recognition or offering you these contracts, they knew that that was going to that it was going to confirm what you already knew intuitively inside of yourself. It was going to reinforce your belief in yourself, and it's just people that were around you that didn't want that. So that could also add to the reason why some investors kind of pulled back here and they walked away and went in another direction. But never fear, new adventures or more adventures are here. I'm so corny, y'all. I'm so freaking corny, but I love it. Yep. River of release. This is going to allow you to release a lot of this river of release. Like when I look at this picture, I see a lot of rocks in a way. The rocks can be, again, the environment here, the obstacles, the people not supporting you or believing in you, people not acknowledging what it is that you do. I just believe that it's that. And it's good with the water. It could have caused a lot of like up and down emotions with you, roller coasters, where one minute you have this huge spike in believing in yourself, and then another minute you don't. And it's like a rock is in the way, and then you're feeling kind of down. So you could have had a lot of up and down emotions about what it is that you do here, because of course sometimes we do need outside validation from people, for just somebody to say that they're proud of us, or that we're doing the right thing, or that we're on the right track. And to not have that, especially when you are surrounded around people, it's kind of disheartening. Okay, so we have the river of release. Nonetheless, collective, river of release and learning secrets. Learning secrets says stay open-minded and receptive as you uncover hidden truths and embrace the lessons they offer. What's the hidden truths? Don't slam that. There's some secrets here going on. Cavern of secrets. Cavern, it's some secrets going on. We need learning secrets, and then we got cavern of secrets. Unveil the hidden wonders within the shadowy depths of enigmatic secrets and concealed wisdom. This is giving me that energy like you were hidden, like people tried to hide you. People tried to hide you that knew that you had this in you. They tried to hide you from eyes, from the proper eyes, from seeing you, from getting the proper attention from certain people here. But in hiding you, it didn't hinder you or hurt you. And you may have felt like kind of like disconnected from the world, no support. But it actually helped you, because in them hiding you, it gave you a chance to be alone here. Okay? It gave you a chance to be alone and go deep. I'm talking about deep within yourself. And reevaluate everything about yourself. Even tap into those, that release of emotions with all those rocky up and down emotions and stuff like that. It really feels like that. So and I feel like that you step back out with this newfound self-confidence and self-love and self-respect that you didn't get, and it like thrusted you forward here. It like put you way forward in the spotlight. These people trying to keep you in the shadow band, whatever it is, like that allows you to go into hermit mode. That people think that that's the worst thing, but it's actually the best thing. It's some of the best things, especially when you're going through a lot, is to go in hermit mode. Okay, and that was the best thing for you. And it's like you came out refined, fortified, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so we have real promise here. Release the chains of the past and dance to the rhythm of possibilities. So you could be a dancer here, or somebody could feel like that you have a very like dancer like or graceful like form. Wise counsel, seek guidance. Okay. 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 Seek guidance from trusted friends or mentors to help you along. Some of these people could be mentors. There could be a specific or a particular mentor here that wants to take you under their wing, but they want to do it in secret, because this mentor could also be aware of people around you that have been trying to keep you hidden. That cavern of secrets, that's a cave here. Okay? Yep. Fully immersed. I feel like that's acceptance here. It's like it's like my one book, one of my favorites, y'all. One of my favorites. I threw away so many of my books, but anyways, it's like with this fully immersed. When things fall apart, okay, Deepak Chopra, whatever. Okay, but anyways, it's talking about Buddhist Tibetan teachings, right? And a lot of it is about being in the now here, and it's about one of my favorite chapters is this very moment is your perfect teacher here. And it talks about when we go through these swell of emotions here, especially the really, really, really intense bad ones, right? People tend to run, how they express it is people tend to try and soften the blow of it, soften the hardness of that very intense, deep, dark emotion, right? And it talks about how also a lot of addictive behaviors and even patterns and even addictions stem from this moment, because people want to cover it up or they want to soften it instead of fully immersing themselves in it, embracing it, learning what it is, learning why it is, learning what it is that triggered you, why you feel that way, and getting comfortable with that deep, dark emotion here. And a lot of people end up, when they go that route, they release whatever that is that they felt like that ailed them. They only realized that it was just more so, it was fear-based, you know? It was fear-based of the unknown, of what can happen, fear-based of feeling like you're not tied down to the ground here, the fear-based of having that unwavering faith. When people get uncomfortable, they tend to run here, or they will add something to it. Codependent relationships, codependency on a substance, codependency on a theme or a particular feeling here, okay? And that causes addictive patterns and behaviors. It doesn't make whatever that issue is go away, or that feeling is go away. But that fully immerse is giving me, it reminds me of that chapter. I think it's chapter 3, but this very moment is the perfect teacher. It said, are you going to run away um from the immense emotion that makes you feel so uncomfortable, and or are you going to sit in it, address it, and overcome it, and then use it? You can, this is what you call alchemical force. This is what you call transmutation. Once you embrace that, you release all the negative emotions that are tied to it, and then you take it and you transform it or transmute that into something more powerful for you, because we got to face our fears in order to know that it's not a fear, it's just a subconscious unknowing. Okay, or a conscious unknowing, a subconscious unknowing here. Okay, listen, not afraid of hardships. Confront challenges with courage, for they are the stepping stones to growth and wisdom. Thank you for the confirmation. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, for the confirmation. Thank you, Divine, for the confirmation. Yep, to release it. River of release. Confronting your problems head on instead of running from them. And I believe that people see this in you, where most people may flee from whatever it is that you've been through or that people have observed you go through. You have stood strong in it. Like, you even came back and came with a new fucking way to conquer that issue, and maybe even sometimes, not everything, but eliminate it altogether. Okay, labyrinth of choices. Okay, labyrinth of choices says chart your course, and I kept getting that through my Alice in Wonderland deck. Set your course here. It kept coming out like 3 times this morning, right? But Labyrinth of Choices says, chart your course through the perplexing labyrinth of choices, embracing each turn as a part of your complex journey. So this is, again, embracing the unknown here. Okay? Yep, to ignite creation. I haven't pulled not one card. I've just been freaking... Yeah, I haven't pulled not one card. Give me last minute messages for this early Saturn day. I'll shade to Saturn. For the collective. What are the end results of this? That you're going to be carried away here. And this could be carried away with the opportunities here. Like, not getting carried away in a negative thing, but these opportunities, like, you're going to, like, fully immerse, or did it say immerse? You're going to, these new opportunities, you are going to just dive into them, and then you're just going to fucking skyrocket. You're going to take off here. Carried away. Let yourself be caught up in the whirlwind of a romantic moment. And this doesn't have to be a relationship here. A relationship could form from this, but that's not really what I'm feeling. I feel like the romance of actually having the opportunity here. You know, that those moments when we're like, I finally did it. I finally made it. I finally accomplished this. I finally got it. What else does the divine want the collective to know concerning these opportunities that are coming their way? What's the carried away, at least? What did I say? Fast progress. I mean, I'll shade to the ancestors and my spirit guides. They be showing up and showing out. They be showing up and showing out, not just through the cards, but the cards just reinforce what it is I already said. Man, walking unscathed. Somebody see you as like a Hercules type of energy. You could be a masculine, you don't have to be, but somebody sees you as like, you know, like you eat that shit for breakfast. Like, whatever comes your way, you eat that shit for breakfast. Like, seriously. And they want to know, people want to know the secrets, learning secrets of your unwavering faith. Like, what is it like? Like, I think a lot of people talk about it, collective, but they don't be about it, you know? You don't know unwavering faith until you have nothing else to depend on, to have faith in. That's when you have unwavering faith, because what else you going to do but depend on God to lead the way. Look, there go commitment. It keep coming out. They feel like that you're fully committed to just get, like, you're like giving the opportunity. These people know that you're not the type of person that's going to sink the ship. Really. What's the eclipse of concealment? Because that was at the bottom here. The eclipse of concealment can be the people around you or the people that were fake friends. Take it as it resonates. That wanted to keep you hidden, okay? They didn't want people to see this about you. They didn't want people to see you eat problems for lunch, right? They didn't want people to see that you take issues, that you take the hardest tasks, the hardest lessons and tests, and you transmute that. You absorb, you sit in it in hermit mode, and you absorb that, transmute it into something better that helps thrust you forward, that helps you make fast progress. You get carried away in this. You actually become comfortable or a master in being like this, and it allows you to come out unscathed. You walk out unscathed here, and this just further proves your commitment. And people know this about you, and they didn't want people to see this about you. They didn't want you to trust yourself, okay? That's what that eclipse of concealment is. It's over. That's being eclipsed out of your life. People trying to hide the fact that you are trusting in yourself, and you are trusting in whatever your higher power is here with that unwavering faith. That's why you're so committed. Because when you see, people always think like it is very, very important to have an adaptable mind, getting used to that, right? Because most people think, let's just say 80% of the, I don't want to say world, let's just say 80% of most populations, they believe that if you take everything from a person, they won't excel, they won't grow, they won't evolve, they won't get to where it is that they are going. They will just sit in a corner, wither away, cry and die and rock back and forth until they just transpire, right? But for some people, that's not always the case. Some people are forged or built for that. Some people, God have shaped them to take on exactly all those things here without everything, because that one, it proves the presence of God. It proves how faith, walking by faith and not by sight with God, letting God take control of your life, letting God take the wheel and lead the way here. It proves the existence of such, and that it actually works, that it actually is a method that gives you results. And I mean grand results, right? Everybody don't cower away from these things when everything is taken from them. It just makes them want to go harder to get what it is that they know, trust in yourself, that they are deserving of. You know why? Because God says so. The moment you left with yourself with nothing, with no one here, no one, okay? Who you gonna call on but God? It's either die or God. You know what I mean? That's really what I felt like coming out of my active addiction. Trigger warning, right? Losing my son, and the circumstances surrounding that, and then other things that were happening, and then being forced into rehab here. But then coming out of that, it was like, okay, who else do I have but God? All right, God, you got me. Like, I don't know what else to do, because I can't die. I can't not make it. I can't at least have strive towards having just a simple, simplistic, comfortable life for my children and I. Because nobody is going to do it for me. I know that, because nobody, you know. And so some people just don't. There's really this misconceived notion or misperceived notion that if you take all the physical things from a person or from a people, that they won't thrive. But you know what? My granddaddy taught me, you can make a meal out of nothing. You can make a meal from scratch. Those are basic fundamental teachings all the way across the board in life. Because if I could see a people, and this is all cultures, all races, have little to nothing, and they make it work, and they live and they thrive, and they still find happiness, then surely there's an existence of God, a higher power, even if they serve or consider their higher powers to be different here. And if they can do it, I can do it. That's all the faith. Remember, faith of a mustard seed. You know, even if your faith is wavering here, faith of a mustard seed. That's all God needs. Okay. So some people learn how to transmute that energy of nothingness here. That's why I started studying shadow elements and stuff for the different signs and stuff. Earth sign, fire sign, water sign, air sign, right? And some people, some of the signs, they're air. I'm sorry, you may be an air sign. Some of the signs, confirmation, you may be an air sign. Hey, don't throw that. It's too much noise.
Mommy, we go to the park.
No, not right now. I said we would go to the park later. So, bye. Just quit making all that noise. Too loud. Well, I'm gonna send y'all in that nook area. But what was I gonna say? Help bring it back. Help bring it back. Look, the seed of potential is right there. Somebody want to invest in you. They want to invest in you, even if it's a little bit. They know that you're going to take that little bit, and you are very abundant here, very abundant. You are very abundant. Okay, very. If you like put your hands on anything, it grows. So even if somebody wants to invest a little or a lot, or however, they feel like it's a worthy goal here. Like they feel like that they hit the mark on the target, or you'll hit the mark on the target. You know what I mean? Like it don't matter, and it could be people just want to invest a little bit with you, or maybe just give you the connections or the resources and see what you do with that here. Okay? Be very grateful. I'll show you to gratitude and appreciation. Yep. Because you came from behind the veil. This stagnancy, this whatever this is that was trying to keep you cloaked, keep you hidden, and you did it on your own. That says a lot about you. That's why you have these winds of fortune coming towards you. I feel like the tides have turned in your favor here. Like the divine wheel of fortune has turned in your favor. Everything is working out in your favor here. And just imagine, like, things are turning in your favor because you didn't stop. You could have not accomplished anything according to you, right? I feel like you're a little hard on yourself, a lot of hard on yourself. But you could have not actually accomplished anything. But you moving forward, trusting in the Most High God source, it's bringing your ships in. It turned the wheel in your favor. That's an accomplishment. People forget that continually moving forward or persevering, that is an accomplishment in itself. Even if you haven't made it there, even if you haven't acquired what it is that you desire here or where you thought you would be, the perseverance in itself is a win. It's a win. Don't ever forget that. And don't forget the small wins along the way. You're not laying down and dying. That's a win. I'm not going to say it's a small win. It's a huge win. Higher wisdom is there. Higher wisdom says explore options, learn what you can, and expand your horizons here. I feel like you accomplished that in hermit mode. You had to find worth in yourself. You had to tell yourself that you were worthy of what it is that you desire here. That, you know, I don't know. Ignite ambition. Very ambitious energy here. Okay, it says pursue desires with drive and face consequences bravely. Keep an open mind as answers reveal your journey. I want y'all to notice that it says pursue desires with drive. That drive is what revealed the answers along your journey. It's never about most times it's never about the destination. It's about what you learn, what you acquire, what you do along the way, who you meet, who you impact along the way here. Man, rising flames here. Let your passion guide you to the fulfilling purpose meant for you. I love that. Elevations to everybody this happy Saturn day. I hope everybody is in good, high vibrational spirits wherever you are, protected, and as best as you can be, wherever you are on your journey, okay? And there's a behind the veil here again, and then fantasy land. I really feel like people tried to hide you, but they wanted you to think that your dreams, they were too far-fetched, but you still accomplished them on your own, okay? Yep. And now here are, child, the way that these things are falling out. On one side, this says the winds of fortune, right? On the other side, it says adapt and thrive. I feel like that is built in your nature. That is something God instilled in you to adapt and thrive in any situation, even in the darkness, even without the basic necessities. You really are a true alchemist if you can take nothing and turn it into something here. Look at all the cultures, all the races here that were able to take nothing and turn it into something. You know? Very appreciative of the ancestors that showed us that can be done. Very appreciative of them. I'll show you to the ancestors of our highest good. I mean, they literally made something, and I'm talking about grand things of something from nothing. Everything was taken away from them. And they still made businesses, thriving communities, doctors' offices. They invented shit. Like, you can't tell me that ain't the God's people. So, it's always good to kind of fashion after that or know that those things are possible. But ocean of possibilities, okay? People know that your true intentions, that you have real true intentions to make progress. You may do it slow. You may not do it in a time frame. Being in the present moment here, being in the now, in the present moment, that's when you gain gratitude for where you are right now, not where you were, not where you're going, but right now. Like, damn, I am further along today than I was yesterday. I do have a different thought mind today than I had yesterday. I did accomplish something yesterday that put me here that I've overcame today. I can look back on and reflect on, right? Yep. And that's all the feather of hope you get. That the feather of hope is still giving me that a faith of a mustard seed, right? And even though you had a slow climb, Spirit is saying you stood strong. Okay? And you took out the time to stop and reflect. I just said that. So confirmation on that. And now you're going into a planning phase. Like, it's like the ball is in your court now. You know? That's what's up, Winsome Barnett. I'll shade to Divine Cosmic. Lakeisha Evans, good morning. Elevations to everybody. Love and light, yo. Elevations. I hope everybody having a good Saturday. I don't know what y'all gonna do. I'm gonna take these children to the park. Because being in the house on a Saturday doing this, maybe I'll record at the park while I'm sitting out in nature, but who knows? So I was glad to give out this message for y'all collective. I feel like that you have beautiful things coming after you were sitting in, again, unfertile ground. Nothing around you. What I say, making something out of nothing. See how there's nothingness? The soil is dry. Nothing is thriving. Nothing is growing here. And yet still, you made it. You literally made something out of nothing. You know how, that's a grand accomplishment because everybody can't do that. Okay? And if you can't do that, that doesn't mean I'm talking bad about you. I'm talking to those in the collective that needed to hear this. Because I feel like this person or these people, collective of people that I have this message for, they haven't been told that. They haven't heard that at all. Or very few, far and wide. You know? Cloud of unknowing, but you reach in new heights. And it's going to ignite your creation that's going to allow you to fully submerge into what it is, the endeavors that you are being blessed with here. It says one last move and enjoy the journey. There may be like one more thing you need to do here, but you got wise counsel that is guiding you. One last move says, you have come far on your journey. Keep going, and you will soon see what you have accomplished. Then enjoy the journey, says embrace each moment fully, staying open to new experiences and lessons along the way. And then you have wise counsel. Seek guidance from trusted friends or mentors to help you along. It's beautiful energy. You know what I think that I feel like that one last move is? It's like Spirit is telling you, and this is the end of the message collective. So thank you to all those that tuned in and tapped in, supported, liked, shared, subscribed, donated, whatever. Even energetic donations by a thumbs up. It doesn't matter. The support is always welcome, loved, and appreciated. Okay? But with this being the last message, I feel like that one last move is like Spirit saying for you to stop, be in the now, because they want you to take a full deep breath in. Absorb everywhere you are right now, where you are, how far you've come, and where you are right now, because it's just like in a blink of an eye, when you breathe that deep breath out, you're gonna be in a different chapter of your life, and it's gonna seem like this part, it just flashed before your eyes. It just, in a matter of seconds or in the blink of an eye, everything changed, and it changed in a drastic way. So it's like Spirit wants you to be in the now, to be able to take these deep breaths and absorb in, breathe in, and reflect on how far you have come. So you can give yourself appreciation and gratitude to know that what is coming for you, you are worthy of it. You are deserving of it. This is for you. This is like a gift from God here. Like you worked for this. It's going to keep you from self-sabotaging here. It's going to keep you taking that deep breath and staying in the here and now. Like it's going to allow for you when this comes. I feel like it's just going to be like a wave of things. Like a wave of just happiness, joy, celebrations, accomplishments, connections, friends, contracts, everything it is that you ever wanted, or whatever it is that you wanted, right? And it may be a little overwhelming at first, but it's like God say, sit right here right now. Like breathe in all that courage. Remember how courageous you were here? Remember when you didn't have this? Remember when you didn't have that? Remember, like take all that in right now. All that you are, all that you've done, all you've accomplished while you're right here right now. Because this next chapter is going to be like, I just feel like that it is going to be like amazing for you. Amazing. So collective, that is all I have for this divine message. I was glad to give out that message, especially during the start of the day here. I did get other downloads, but I like that I was able to start with that one. I love you all out there. I hope everybody is safe, peaceful, heavily protected, prayed up, loved, somewhere comfortable, safe, warm, as best as you can be. And I will see you guys on the next one, collective. I release y'all with love and light, and I close the doors and windows to and from my energy. Peace.